Namaskaram. We are starting with Virata Parvam, the fourth major Parvam. So Adi Parvam, then Sabha Parvam, Vana Parvam. We have finished those three. Vana Parvam was fairly large with stories of Nalacharitam and also Ramayanam. There were big and small side stories. And now Virata Parvam, where the Pandavas decided to spend 1 year in hiding, as advised by Yamadharma Raja. The choice of the Matsya kingdom was as per Yama's advice. And each chose his own name and his own profession. And accordingly, Yudhishthira chose the name of Kanka and took the disguise as a Brahmin who was skilled in entertaining the king, entertaining by telling stories, playing the game of dice, etc. And Yudhishthira entered the kingdom first, went to the palace, and King Virata saw him coming, and he was very impressed because Yudhishthira it says that looked like a shining sun, as though the sun was shining. He had that appearance, and was received. And when Yudhishthira said that he was just an entertainer, a Brahmin by name Kanka, Virata was surprised. Oh, you look like a what is it called king, who deserves a throne. But Yudhishthira said, no, I used to entertain King Yudhishthira for the Pandavas, and I play dice, I tell stories, and Virata was very pleased to have an entertainer like Yudhishthira, and employed him. And a few days later, Bhima came, and again Virata spotted him coming. He looked like a giant with all qualities of a Kshatriya. And again Virata received him and asked him who he was and what he wanted. Bhima said, I'm a cook. I'm looking for a job. I used to work for the Pandavas, and now I don't know where they are. He said that he could cook delicious items. He collected firewood himself. Large pots he could cook alone, and not only that, in leisure time he was a good wrestler. Any challenge from any visiting wrestler he would face, and he could also entertain the audience by fighting against lions and elephants. So Virata was happy to employ him. Of course, Bhima came using the name Valala. uh, yeah, Yudhishthira was Kanka. Mm. And mm, behind, after Bhima came, I think it was Draupadi. Yeah, Draupadi came, uh, and Sudeshna, Virata's wife, saw her from her palace, and Sudeshna was surprised. So beautiful a maiden, but in uh, in wearing rags, sewing rags as attire, and Sudeshna called her to her apartment and asked her who she was and what she wanted. And Draupadi said that her name is Malini, and she was, she used to be a maid to Draupadi and also to Satyabhama. So Malini used to serve these two, dressing them, uh, making the paste for their face and garland for their hair, and all uh, the costume she used to make and adorn Satyabhama and Draupadi, and she was looking for a job, any place where she could eat a good meal and get some money as wage. She was willing. And but Sudeshna was very hesitant. She said, "Look, you are so beautiful a maiden that I am scared. The men in this palace will be chasing you all the time. I am not confident of my own husband. Uh, One look at you, he will fall at your feet. So I don't know how I can keep you." Then Draupadi said, "No, no, no, madam, that will never happen, because I have 5 Gandharva husbands. They are constantly on my watch. If any man crosses the border, any man approaches me, they are sure to either threaten him and send him away, or strangle him to death. So nothing like that will happen." And reluctantly, uh, Sudeshna believed her and took her in. And then came Sahadeva. Sahadeva came. Again, Virata was very impressed seeing him coming, because Sahadeva also had all the princely qualities in appearance. And when he came, saying that he tends to the cattle, he was very good in keeping them in good health, and he knew how to choose good cows and oxen with the right qualities, and he would maintain them so that they breed well, and the good qualities will come up in number. And Virata employed him to look after some lakhs of cattle, and Sahadeva was given the full charge. And then came I think after Sahadeva, after that Arjuna came. Arjuna came dressed as Brihannala, who was a eunuch. So Arjuna was dressed in sari, but the special bangles which eunuchs wear on their wrist